What's going on with Giannis Antetokounmpo? And why was he talking about playing for the New York Knicks? We're going to break that down on today's show. But first, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Because if the Knicks make a move, if the Knicks trade for Giannis, we are going live. And we'll be breaking it down. I don't want you to miss it. Is Giannis going to be a Knick? Let's talk about it. You're watching Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. On today's show, we're going to react to Giannis Antetokounmpo hopping on a live Twitch stream with iShowSpeed, one of the biggest and most famous streamers out there. And then Brian Windhorst, he responded to what Giannis said. Here is a screenshot of the clip. Shout out to Knicks Fan TV for transcribing it. iShowSpeed was essentially talking about how the taxes are extremely high in New York. And Giannis was like, a lot of people have tried to convince me to go play in New York for the Knicks. And then Speed was like, so are you staying in Milwaukee? And he said, his first word he said after, are you going to stay in Milwaukee is, well, probably. We'll see. If I asked you, do you want $1 million? Are you going to say, probably, we'll see? No. You're going to say, yeah, I want $1 million. If you really want something in life, there's no, probably, we'll see. It's, yeah, I want that. Give it to me. I'm not so sure that Giannis is going to retire a Milwaukee Buck. Am I going to be shocked if it happens? No. But that wasn't a statement that I walked away with saying, oh, trade's dead. Giannis is never being traded. Giannis will never be a Knick. Giannis will never play for anybody but the Bucks. If he would have said, when Speed said, so are you staying in Milwaukee? He could have said, yeah, I am. I love it here. I'm a Buck for life. I don't want to play anywhere else. Then, yeah, I'd feel that way. But when he asks, do you want to stay in Milwaukee? He says, yeah, probably. We'll see. Not really convincing anybody with that, Giannis. And maybe you're trying to convince yourself at this point that you want to stay a Buck. I'm not on this ship alone. My man Brian Windhorst. Now, why would he do that? Said this in response to the video. I'm not going to sit here and overreact to this, but the fact that he just said, we'll see is the basis of why a bunch of teams are considering holding their assets to try to make a trade for Giannis sometime in the foreseeable future. We'll see is enough in the NBA. That's the value of a superstar player. It's so high, and the impact that one franchise-changing player has. The player can make is so great that a player simply saying, we'll see, whether it's on a stream or it's behind the scenes at a party or to another player on a court, we'll see, has gotten teams to tear up future plans and to plan years in advance and to hoard cap space and picks. I've seen it happen. So while on one hand, it's not Giannis saying he wants to do anything but be in Milwaukee, it does explain why teams are keeping a very close eye on the situation. And I would say that Giannis provided no clarity on his future with those remarks. And no clarity is what's been driving the speculation around Giannis. Probably. We'll see. Marshall, are you showing up to work on Friday? Probably. We'll see. I'm just saying. Y'all take care now. R.I.P. OJ. Look, Giannis is a very smart man. Giannis has won an NBA championship. Giannis knows what it takes to win an NBA championship. And I think Giannis knows he's wasting his career if he stays with the Milwaukee Bucks, because he will never win another championship with the Bucks unless major changes come. Because a starting lineup of Kevin Porter Jr., Gary Trent Jr., Kyle Kuzma, and Miles Turner around Giannis, with your bench being Andre Jackson, Gary Harris, A.J. Green, Chris Livingston, Tyler Smith, not producer Smitty, Tyler Smith, Taurean Prince, Bobby Portis, and Jericho Sims, that's a lottery team. If you take Giannis off that team, they are the worst team in the NBA. Like, come on, Giannis. You know what it takes. And that's not what it takes. You have the opportunity to be one of the best players of all time. You already are one of the best basketball players of all time. Like when it comes to strictly playing the game of basketball, you're one of the best. But do you want to be one of the greatest? Do you want to be talked about potentially about being on the Mount Rushmore of the NBA? Go win a title for the Knicks. Go win a title, 2 titles for the Knicks. You might be on your way. You're 30 years old. You're superhuman. Father Time is undefeated. And when you're 30, you're at least walking up the sidewalk for you to go knock on Father Time's doorstep. Look, Giannis is special. I know that. We know that. You know that. I know that. He's one of the best players in the NBA. He's going to retire as one of the best players to have ever played in this league. It's time for him to do what is best for him. And nobody can convince me that it is best for Giannis to stay in Milwaukee. And if he becomes available from a Knicks perspective, I'm doing whatever it takes to land Giannis in a trade. Everybody is available except for the captain. You could take anyone. You could take my right hand for all that I care. And like to the people out there, I'd say, Marsh, he hasn't done anything in the playoffs. He's washed. He's cooked. The dude averaged 33 and 15 and 7 in the first round of the playoffs last year. He's still, in my opinion, the second best player in the NBA. I got Jokic 1, Giannis 2, and I guess you could put SGA 3. He's earned it with the finals and the MVP. Still taking my guy Brunson over SGA. But I'll give him the credit because he earned it and won it. I would do some nasty shit for this. The things I would do to have this duo wear that jersey for our team, it's some of the things are illegal in like 15 states. Brunson and Giannis would be chills. It'd be the best duo in the NBA. And I think you could say it'd be the best duo since Curry and Durant. Like, that's how special those two could be. And I think the Knicks know that. And I think that's what the Knicks are waiting for. Because they should 100% wait out the Giannis thing. I'm not so sure he's getting traded this summer. And it might take one more year of Doomville in Milwaukee for Giannis to understand that my time here is done and I need to move on. From the Knicks standpoint, how do I know that they are all in on pursuing Giannis if and when he becomes available? Because they're showing you their cards. Why haven't they signed Mikal Bridges to an extension? Because if they did, they couldn't trade Bridges for 6 months. Why have they not signed Mitchell Robinson to an extension? Because they cannot trade him if they do for 6 months. And if Giannis becomes available, Mikal and Mitch are most likely on their way out. And again, I would do anything to get Giannis on this team. Any player can go, except 11. You got to keep 11 here. And ideally, the big three is Kat, Giannis, and Brunson. Because we've seen when Giannis is at his best, he's got to stretch 5 next to him. And if you got these 3 guys, I could go be the 2 guard. Like, this is better than Bron, Bosh, and Wade. It is. It'd be the best big 3 we've seen since, again, probably that Warriors team. KD, Steph, and Clay or Draymond, whichever one you want to say. This all falls on Giannis' shoulders, though. Like, who do you want to be? What do you want? What is important to you? Do you want to be a Milwaukee Buck for life and you're fine racking up all-stars and maybe another MVP and retiring with 1 championship and having number 34 retired and being labeled the best Milwaukee Buck ever? Or do you want to be labeled as maybe one of the best players ever and go win another championship? Because right now, if your dreams and aspirations are to win more championships, you have to leave Milwaukee. Because your loyalty right now is hindering you from being who you're supposed to be. You can't be loyal to things that aren't loyal to you. And you can't be loyal to things that aren't loyal to your goals. And I understand, look, you stretched and wait. You made a trade for Dame. That was never winning a title in Milwaukee. Then you stretched and waived him, and now you have a $20 million cap hit on the salary cap for the next 5 years. And you did that to add Miles Turner? That guy was getting played off the court in the finals, and a man by the name of Tony Bradley was playing in the fourth quarter over him? Miles Turner ain't the key to the NBA Finals for the Bucks. You can't be loyal to someone that's not loyal to you and your goals. And yeah, the Bucks are doing all these things. They're trying to pull rabbits out of their hats. This team stinks. Like, they actually blow. It is a horribly constructed roster. Kyle Kuzma, Gary Trent, and Kevin Porter Jr., that's the best you could put around Giannis. Giannis, you should be embarrassed that that's your basketball team. You should be pissed off that those are the tools and the resources they have surrounded around you after you've given this team everything, including relevance, probably close to billions of dollars. Oh, yeah, and an NBA championship in Milwaukee. You want to win a championship? Demand your way to the Knicks. East is wide open. Come be the 1A to Brunson's 1B. You want to see that happen, hit that thumbs up icon. It's going to cost a lot to get Giannis. It's not going to cost a lot to get this hoodie. You like that? You like that? It was $65. Now it's $30. Save yourself $35. And maybe we start a GoFundMe to get Giannis to the Knicks. But seriously, get your hoodie now so when it's in the winter months, you got something sweet to wear and rep this awesome team. Chatsports.com/New York Knicks hoodie. NYK hoodie. Chatsports.com/NYK hoodie. I'll just put the link in the comments and description, and you can click in and get your hoodie. I still think the chances of Giannis being a Knick aren't that high until he says he wants to be a Knick. And if that happens, Leon Rose is going to be ready to pull the trigger. Make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter, @MarshallGreen_. Same on IG. Give me a follow. And Giannis, do what's best for you.